good, everybody? Welcome back to Elders Boxing. We're back again with another ranking show. We got the new WBA rankings that just came out a few days ago, like the last day of the month, January. So we're going to tap into it. Salute to everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe for sure. So the little screen share. So I go straight to the website, to the WBA website. You know what I'm saying? You get the official rankings. You know what I'm saying? They come out every month, last day of the month, like clockwork. So right after the Shakur fight, they came out like a couple of hours after that. All right, so let's get it cracking. All right, so just to start off, y'all see that actress right there, what they say status under review. They talking about the lightweight division, so they're gonna make a decision of Tank's championship status, and we're gonna talk about that when we get there. But I just want to highlight that before I see you guys see that, so I just want to put that out there. Heavyweight division, Usyk unified champion. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. It looked like he was gonna fight Deontay Wilder, and like I was saying in the other ranking shows, that if Deontay not ranked in the WBA, it's probably ain't ready to be made yet. So let's see. Yeah, I've been hearing maybe he'll fight Andy Ruiz. Turkey trying to get him to fight that kickboxer. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's going to do next. But I know he do want to fight Deontay Wilder. So if Deontay get past Shazor, I expect that fight to happen probably late summer, maybe in the fall. So we'll see. Gassiev, he's the regular champion. He just beat Pulev. He's supposed to fight Moses Otama if Moses beat Jermaine Franklin. That fight got postponed from January 24th. Now it's gonna go March 28th. So if Moses win, he get a title shot. You know what I'm saying, against Gassiev, and that would be a fun fight. To be honest, that's a fun fight. All right, let me see. My man Z Pacino in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Lionel Pero, he didn't look so good his last fight against Jordan Thompson. Maybe he got some. Martin McCauley, look, we ain't heard nothing about Martin McCauley. Like, and we being honest, Martin McCauley seems like a Zuffa boxing type of guy. He probably didn't go over there. At least he'll get the fights at least he'll get the fights, because right here, I don't know who he gonna fight next, and we haven't heard much from him. Nelson Heisa, he's a candidate to fight Fabio Worley. I know he's in the WBO rankings too. Fabio trying to come back in April, but he is a candidate. His name been floating around. Also to fight Moses at one point in time. Philip Herkovic is another potential opponent for Fabio. That might be the better fight. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. Arslan Beck gonna face Tyson Fury April the 11th. Then Pero, he got another fight coming. He just fought not too long ago, a few weeks ago, and he's fighting February the 20th. So yeah, salute to him. He fighting in Orlando. Who else got something coming? I think that's it. Justice Huoney, it's some semi news about him. That Matchroom just signed a deal with Fox Sports down in Australia, so they're going to start doing shows in Australia. So Justice Huoney will be a part of that. So that's what it is. Bridgerweight, the champion, Muslim Gazamedov. He's supposed to fight the mandatory challenger, Julio Cesar La Cruz. They're supposed to fight. So not sure. We'll see. We'll see if they actually get some movement in this division, because Bridgerweight really ain't popping. If you guys notice, they don't even rank all the way to 15 no more. They stop at 9. So that just tells you how legitimate this division is. So we keep it pushing. Cruiserweight, Zerto Ramirez is going to fight David Benavidez May 2nd. That's a big fight. Cinco de Mayo weekend in Vegas. Zerto is coming off a shoulder injury. He could have had a tune-up fight in January, but he elected not to. He's going to go straight into the Benavidez fight. So that's going to be fun. Zerto can box. Benavidez, what he brings to the table. But we don't know how he's going to look at 200 pounds. So, and Zerto rehydrates up a lot. Zerto normally enters the ring for his cruiserweight fights in like the mid 220s, 220, 223, something like that. So, yeah. Let me see. Perez, I heard he got a fight coming up or something. I forget. I heard something about him. Same with Elise Jr. I think he's gonna face Mike Perez. Yeah, I can't remember. I think so. I forgot what. I don't know which card, but I'm hearing these guys gonna fight. Chris Bellum Smith. He's another guy. He's a free agent, so he seems like a good fit with Zuffa Boxing too. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's see where he ends up. Um, or maybe he'll re-sign with Boxer. Not sure. I thought he's a free agent now. Robin Safar. Hopefully he'll get back. He's with Golden Boy. But Dow Riley, he'll more than likely be on the Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora undercard. Misfit. He'll probably be on there. Pat Brown, I'm looking to see him back. He'll probably be back in March. Pat Brown. He can make a move because it's a lot of movement in the cruiserweight division. I expect Pat Brown to at least be top 5 by the end of this year. He's a good fighter. Light heavyweight, Dimitri Bivol, unified. He said, I want to see Herkovic versus Caballero. That's a good one, too. Teaching the building was good. I'm hearing Vidal Riley is going to face Massanek. Massanek, bro. Yeah, for the European title on that Wilder and Chisora card. And then CBS, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Andre in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you, my guy. Salute. Yes, sir. Bivol Unified Champion. He has his IBF mandatory up next. They postponed the purse bid that was set for today. They're going to push it back to the 13th of February. So he's going to fight Michael Eifert. They're just working on the dates. What I've been hearing is going to be Bivol and Eifert, and then Beterbiev against somebody. They're going to fight on the same card. And then if Bivol and Beterbiev wins, they're going to do the trilogy. It was solid. He boxed well. He overcame the cut. He did well. Rayo got some boxing skills and he got legit power. He's tough at 135. He's a big, strong guy at 35, and he can box. He can give a lot of guys problems. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, everything is good outside the ring. But I thought he looked good though, and they're gonna push him too. They was promoting the shit out of Rayo. That's the most promotion Rayo ever had in his career. All right, so yeah, Bivol and Efer, that should be coming up probably like April or May. David Benavidez is going to face Zerto. Albert Ramirez, look out for him. He's the interim champion. He's fighting on Thursday. He's facing LaRon Richards. So two southpaws. And Ramirez is like the dark horse in this division. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty good. Let me see. Beterbiev, Arlen Lopez. Let me see. Who got something coming? Atif Overton. So he signed with Salida. And he's supposed to fight on Carissa Shields on the card February 22nd. Dion Nicholson, man, look out for him. He could be a possible opponent for Ben Whitaker. If Ben Whitaker looking to make his U.S. debut, he talking about fighting on Boots undercard, whether it's in Atlanta or wherever they fight at. I think that'd be a good fight because I think he should fight an American. You come over here, he should fight an American. So let's see. Anthony Yard, I heard he's talking about moving up to cruiserweight. I like Najee Lopez with Pro Box. Ezra Taylor, he's going to reschedule his fight with Willie Hutchinson. That's March the 28th. That's on Moses on the card. They're going to reschedule. Conor Wallace, he's been kind of under the radar. He is close to a world title shot, but I'm not sure what's next. Liam Cameron, he got a gift his last fight, I thought. But he should be in that mix in the light heavyweight with Queensberry. Queensberry got some good light heavyweights. Anthony Yard, Joshua Bawaxi, Liam Cameron is all right. They got some guys that they can run a fade with in the light heavyweight division. So should be good. Super middleweight. So you see they elevated Jose Resendez a couple of weeks ago. I didn't think Josh Kelly had that type of performance. Yeah, I did because because Bachman is a mid-range guy that really don't cut the ring off too well. He had trouble with Koke. And I thought and he got some home cooking. Yeah, he did well. Salute to him. I had a 97, 93, so I'm not mad at that score. O'Teef, he a dangerous fighter, man. Good to see him. Hopefully he can get some pushing. That's he's with Usyk. So I guess whenever Usyk gonna fight, oh, he was supposed to fight on one of those Queensberry cards, but I think he got sick or something. So maybe he'll hop back on there. Um, he was supposed to face Lewis Edmondson, but I don't know. Something happened with that. But that's Usyk's guy. So maybe whenever Usyk fight, he'll fight, or he can hop on one of those Queensberry shows. I seen Plant. Yeah, Plant was there. Tito Mercado, Regis Prograis, Andres Cortez. Yo, look, might get Mike Marcelo over there. You never know. I seen Plant. Yeah, yeah. Tito, yeah. You on it? Man, that would be good. I think it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I'm not sure. I don't know the percentage. I think it would have to. It depends on what Boots and Virgil does. So if that fight don't happen next, because I don't think Josh Kelly or Xander they on the same schedule. They're not gonna fight until at least the summer, back end of spring, May. And it look like if unless Boots want to wait until that time to fight and not fight sooner, then I mean, let's see if Boots want to fight like in April, that opens up the door for Xander versus Josh Kelly because Josh Kelly about to have a mandatory in April, the winner between Kevin Ajako and Brandon Adams. So if he's going to do a mandatory, I mean a unification, a unification, he got to get it popping. But I'm not sure if he'll be ready to turn back around and fight Boots in a March or April. I'm not sure his time frame. More than likely, he'll probably want to wait till the summer. And if look, Boost is in a good spot either way it go because if Josh Taylor go unify with Xander, and let's say if he lose, it's okay because even if he lose, Boost still in position because he's the WBA interim champion and he can kind of push to be mandatory for Xander if he had 3 belts, vice versa. If Kelly wins, he already got a signed contract to fight Kelly anyway. So it really don't matter. Boost is in a good spot. It just depends on if he can get that Virgil fight. So long way to the answer, but there you go. Um, I don't know about easy, but I think I would favor Virgil in that fight. I would. um, Resendez, new WBA champion. I'm hearing talks about him and Munguia. I'm hearing talks. Well, I don't see Munguia ranked right here. Oh, I'm tripping. Maybe they'll put him in there when the fight get done. I'm hearing. I'm hearing Charlo too. So we'll see. Beck the Bully is a mandatory, but Beck is taking a fight against Cena Beckel on the Ryan Garcia Barrios card. So he'll probably get next. So we'll see. Charlo or Munguia is what I'm hearing for Resendez. Let me see. Hamza Shiraz going the WBO route. He's gonna fight for that next. Haven't heard much on Darius Fulgham. He had a bad fight his last fight. Caleb Plant, he turned down the rematch clause to fight Resendez. Excuse me, so I'm not sure. Diego Pacheco turned down the WBO vacant title fight with Shiraz. He wanna, I don't know, focus on his trainer and his management team. I like Beck, Namrega Beck. He's pretty good. Edgar Berlanga up in there. Edgar Berlanga trying to get that Resendez fight too. Troy Williamson in the number 12. He got a rematch with Callum Simpson, and that's kind of sucked for him because he was going to fight for the vacant IBF against Iglesias, but they executed the rematch clause, so now he got to fight Callum Simpson. He said, "I hope my boy Figure wins the belt this weekend." Let's see, Figure been on the down slope as of late. I hope he do too. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. Middleweight, we got Arizona Lara, the oldest champion in boxing right now. Um, I don't know when he gonna fight, so I don't know. He should fight Nelly Hernandez, but I don't know. The Cubans don't like to fight each other. We ain't gonna say nothing about that though. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to fight each other like that much. Elvis Gomez is number 3. That's a high ranking for him. Michael Zarafa 4. Aaron McKenna, I like him. He's a solid fighter. Not sure when he's gonna be back. Excuse me, but Aaron McKenna, he has a high ranking with the IBF. Excuse me. George Ladard, I say that he's going to fight Tyler Denny coming up in March. So Not really. The biggest thing that's going on with the middleweight division is Janabek should be getting stripped anytime now. You know what I'm saying, for testing positive. Carlos Adames pulled out his fight with Ammo last week, so I'm not sure what they're gonna do with that. He probably should just move up. I don't know what's going on with that. If he can't make the weight, he should just move up. So middleweight division is still one of those divisions where, like, damn, bro, who's gonna get it popping? You know what I'm saying? We had some movement, but still. All right. Xander Zayas, as you guys can see, he's a unified champion, WBA and WBO. Had a good win over Abaz Baru. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, I think he on decline right now. Hopefully, he has one big performance left for him. Yeah, let's see. He's on the road. It's a tricky fight because that dude Nick Ball small as hell, so he gonna have to make sure he make his punches count for sure. But Xander had a good win. It was a good atmosphere out there. They had like 12K out there, so Xander is a new star, budding star in the sport of boxing, especially for the Puerto Rican fan base, and he can sell out Puerto Rico, and I'm pretty sure he can do New York City. Let's test that out as the unified champion in June, Puerto Rican Day weekend. So yeah, so I think he has a lot of options as well. The unification, the unification with Josh Kelly, Tim Zoo. I mean, I would love to see a Boost fight. I think that would do real good numbers. Maybe he'll even go after Virgil. It's a lot of options, yo. When you unify, you can kind of make that decision and fight who you want to fight. So let's see. Boots. We want to see Boots and Virgil. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be disappointed if they don't fight next after they done tease me. But I understand the business of boxing though, and it looked like we ain't gonna get it. So I say the best thing for me for Boots, he's the interim champion. Go push and fight Xander, bro. That's okay to fight Xander. I'd rather see Xander versus Boots than Boots versus Kelly. If he got the Kelly fight already locked up, then he can fight Kelly later. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my preference. That's what I'd rather see. But they talking about him coming back like April. I mean, yeah, in April, and they talking about I think they caught Whitaker telling Keyshawn he gonna fight in Atlanta. I don't know if he meant Atlanta City or Atlanta. If it's either one of those cities, it probably ain't gonna be Virgil. Virgil ain't gonna give up the quote unquote fan base from the Mexican fans to go fight in ATL, and he ain't going to Atlantic City to fight in basically Boots' backyard. You know what I'm saying? So it'll probably be another opponent. You know what I'm saying? That's how I just kind of equate that. I don't see Virgil going to Atlanta fighting Boots. I don't see it. Y'all tell me if y'all see that. I think that fight is a Vegas fight because it's gonna be kind of neutral, I guess. So we'll see. He'll beat Xander too. Yeah, I mean, I like Xander though. I like Xander, but I think Boots is the best guy at 54. He just gotta prove it. Kevin Ajako, he got an IBF eliminator versus Brandon Adams. That's April 18th. Isak Lasario, he seems like a guy that would be on the undercard of Fundora and Thurman. He seemed like that type of guy. But Abaz Baru, he can bounce back. Maybe, yeah, he can bounce back. I like to see Baru versus Majimov. That's not a bad fight. Andres Kakarakis, man, look out for him because overtime is out the business of boxing. So he's actually a coveted guy. I can see him. Shoot, people might be reaching out to try and sign Andres Kakarakis because he got a fan friendly style, and we know him. We know him. He can fight. Alice Bray, number 14. He's fighting February the 20th in Orlando. Tall, boxer puncher from Florida. He's pretty solid. Yes, sir. I think Jackson Blanco got a fight coming up too pretty soon. All right, moving down. Welterweight. So Rolly Romero, WBA champion. He got a mandatory in Giasov. He is in negotiations with Conor Ben to fight in May. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but I don't know. Giasov gonna have to step aside again. You know what I'm saying? If that's gonna happen, And it's like, bro, how many times you gonna keep stepping aside? Like, I don't feel sad. I don't feel whatever for him. Him stepping aside for Boots and Stanionis, I'm cool. But he stepped aside. He stepped aside for Rolly, bro. Nah, you gotta get your opportunity. Coryell, he had a good performance against that late replacement guy. He's supposed to face Rocha. Maybe they'll reschedule that. Stanionis is still in the mix. Connor Walker. He had a great 2025. Him and Jack Catterall made sense, but they got the same manager. Let's see if they actually do that. Julian Hammerhands, he's with Zuffa, but I don't know, not sure how long he's gonna keep this ranking. Tamir Small's got a good fight coming up. Well, it's a fight he probably should win at this stage. He's gonna face Uncle Abel Ramos. I think Uncle Abel is one of the bigger punches in the welterweight division, but Tamir Small should be able to beat him. That's February 28th. Greg Outlaw got a fight coming up too. I forgot the date. I think it's in February. So yeah, that's what it is, yo. Welterweight. We know we got Devin Haney, WBO champion, Lewis Crocker. He got to fight Paro. They had a purse bid today. Paro's team won that. Barrios versus Ryan Garcia is coming. We might get Keyshawn in the division pretty soon. Conor Ben coming back to 47. So it can be kind of lively. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to see what I don't know what Devin gonna do. I know he got a lot of options too. Well, I don't know how many options he has, but he called out a lot of guys. Let's see which one he land on. I like the Keyshawn fight if they can make it happen. I think they probably could, but Keyshawn got options too. So it's like all these fighters call out each other. They call out multiple people at multiple times. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute they call out this one, like Devin Haney. Last week, Devin Haney called out Manny Pacquiao. Then he called out. then they jumped Tiger. Then he called out. He was at the event to call the fight, to call out the winner between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevens. But when that shit happened with Tiger, they kicked him out the building. So he was supposed to do that. Then he called out Keyshawn fight night. So he flip flop too. Keyshawn flip flop. All these fighters flip flop. Keyshawn called out Dalton Smith, Lewis Crocker, Nahir Albright. He called out all these fighters, and that's what they do. That's what all fighters do. If you listen to them, they call out everybody. So I guess one side is better than the other side. I guess, but it's all the same to me. You know what I'm saying? All the same. Gary Antoine Russell, WBA champion, 140. He got a big fight coming up. He got his mandatory, Andy Harako. That's February 21st. Finally, they fighting. That's gonna be on the Barrios Garcia card, and that's good. Hitchens is fighting on that card too, defending his title against Duarte. Perfect world, they can fight next. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a perfect world because Hitchens has an IBF mandatory that's due. That's why it'd be important for these guys just to fight, yo. You know what I'm saying? Just to fight and get out the way. Because the IBF is coming. And Landolfo Delgado, probably undeserving because he probably lost his last fight. But he gonna get an opportunity. And that means Hitchens gonna have to go through Robert Garcia twice. You know what I'm saying? So that's always an interesting nugget right there. But yeah, Antoine and Harako, that's cool. Adelev is a gold champion, but I don't know what that means. I don't think he's a mandatory. Alberto Playo, he's looking to get that Dalton Smith fight in the summer. I want to see Cam Sells back. Selden should get suspended. He tested positive. Frank Martin, number 7. That's a good spot for him. Frank Martin is going to fight Nahir Albright. I like that spot right there. Yes, sir. Emiliano Vargas, number 9. I like that too. Keyshawn, number 11. So yeah, good stuff. 140 is might overtaking 154 as the best division in boxing now. Y'all look at this play. It's some good stuff popping at 140. Yes, sir. All right, 135. So back to the top, right? So they said they're going to review the status of Gervonta Tank Davis and see what they're going to do to make him champion. I know it came out that he's champion in recess, but based off of this, he's still currently the WBA champion, lightweight champion. So they're gonna review what's going on with him. I know he got some legal issues. I don't know. Let's see what they do. For me, if he don't plan on boxing no more or don't really care, I think they should just strip him. But I know boxing. You know what I'm saying? More than likely, they're gonna give him every chance and opportunity to keep his title because he bring money. He bring money to the sanction body and clout to them. So they'll probably do their due diligence and see what's up. They say they got 5 days, and this should drop on the 31st. So probably the end of the week, we should be hearing something final. If the title becomes vacant, I like to see a tournament between the top four guys. Now, Fonseca, he's the gold champion. I don't know what the gold champion means. It does that mean he should get elevated? I don't know what it means, so I'm leaving him out of this. But Schofield been number one for a minute. Lucas Body won an eliminator. Usamanov won an eliminator, and Lamont Roach Jr. has a claim to be the WBA champion anyway. So this is what I would do: a 4-man mini tournament. That way, the winner who wins the vacant title, they definitely earn that shit, and they can trash that narrative of being an email champion. We can trash that because if they do a tournament and fight each other, I think that you won't have to say that dumbass term no more. So I don't know, but what probably likely is the two biggest names and the best fight is Schofield versus Lamont Roach. But Lamont Roach got options too, so we'll see. They'll make their decision. But I can see Schofield versus Lucas Body too. I can see that. I can see that for sure. So let's see. They'll make their decision sometime this week. Armando Martinez, number 5. They got Rayo at number 8. Sam Notes. Now I like Sam Notes. Hopefully he'll be back soon. Albert Bell, hopefully he get an opportunity, but Albert Bell is close in the IBF for eliminator. Look out for Luis Torres. He's gonna face Renee Tellez Garon. That's a good fight. That's on Pro Box at the end of the month, a couple of weeks. That's a good fight. I'm looking forward to that one. All right, 130. Yes, sir. Let's talk about 130. We got Jazza Dickens. He's going to defend his title against Anthony Kakashi. That should be a fun fight. That's March 14th, St. Patrick's Day card in the UK. Let me see. A lot of these guys don't got nothing coming. Ray Ford might get eliminated with a different sanction body. We're just saying Josh Pally. He had a good performance. He's creeping up there. Let me see. Who else? Somebody got coming up. Gallegos. I seen him fight recently. Okay, he's number 10. Okay, cool. Ersan Garcia. He just signed with Zuffa. You know what I'm saying? He coming off a big win in Japan, and he's number 14. Melvin Lopez is going to fight number 6, Golem, for the WBA interim title, or as eliminator. They fight at the end of the month. So that's what's up. 130, we got a big fight, a big unification coming up real soon. The 28th, Navarrete versus Nunes, IBF and WBO. That's big. We still got O'Shaquie Foster, the WBC champion. So yeah, hopefully he get in the mix. We'll see what's going on with him. So yeah, some good stuff popping. He said, oh yeah, 140 tournament. Oh yes, sir. Yeah, that'd be dope too. Are we going to get unification at 130 for the WBA? I'm not sure. We probably could. I think if we do, see, it's some drama with 130 because Navarrete got a mandatory this dude. You remember Charlie Suarez? I know boxing fans forgot about that. He should be WBO champion. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a hit, but it was a punch that caused that cut to get that fight stopped. He stepped aside to allow Nunes versus Navarrete. So that's gonna be a snag in that. So I don't know who they're gonna unify against, unless it's against O'Shaquie Foster, which I think that makes sense if he can get himself in the mix to go fight the winner. Yeah, that's cool. I would say if it's gonna be one with the WBA, it's gonna be O'Shaquie Foster for sure. So yeah, we'll see though. All that stuff makes sense if it's up to them to make the fight. All right, featherweight. Nick Ball got a big fight with Brandon Figueroa on Saturday. That's the biggest fight this weekend. Should be fun. Figueroa not really in a lot of bad fights, but like I mentioned earlier, I think he kind of diminished a little bit. I thought he lost both of his fights in 2025. I thought Joet beat him and Fulton beat him. So let's see. Let's see if he can turn back the clock a little bit. He's the biggest. He should be the bigger guy. No, ain't should be. He is the bigger guy against Nick Ball. But my thing is, can he get his punches off against a small target that Nick Ball be bringing? And also, how well do Figueroa travel? We haven't seen him travel before. Like, it's a lot of questions, bro. Cuello is the interim champion. Haven't heard much on him. Uh, Elijah Pierce is going to fight a WBO eliminator against Leonardo Parra. That's a tough fight. And that fight got postponed like 2 or 3 times. They're supposed to fight February 28th in Turnstone, New York. But that fight is like, I don't know if it's doomed. I don't know what's going on. But Pierce, he got sick last time the fight didn't happen. I haven't heard much from Komatov. We got Kameda, Neri, John Paul Rivera. That's MVP right there. Susumi, he missed out on the opportunity for a world title, but he'll probably get it. And that's a younger one too. Um, Let me see. Christian Oliverio, he got a fight coming up. I forget who he fight. I think he fight number 4, Ivan Sherkov. And I think they fighting for like an interim title or something. Liam Davies, no, they fighting for some type of title. Eliminator maybe. Liam Davies is fighting Zach Miller. That fight got rescheduled on the Moses Atama cards. And it's gonna go down March 28th. So yeah, that's what it is. Featherweight, look, we got a new WC champion, Shushu. Had a great highlight reel knockout over the weekend. Angelo Leo, IBF champion. They talking about Leo and Espinoza, unification in May. I take it. Shushu, put him in the mix. If they can do the IBF and WO unification, we should get Nick Ball. Whoever wins, Nick Ball Figueroa versus Bruce Shushu Carrington. Unification. That's another one, yo. This is another division that need a tournament. They need an undisputed tournament. Shushu, Leo, Espinoza, and the winner of Nick Ball and Figueroa. Undisputed. I'm about to tweet that. Unless y'all beat me to the punch, y'all can have it. But I'm about to tweet that out. We need that. We need that. 122. Anyway, of course, he's the man. They're working on a fight with him and Nakatani in May. So that's gonna be big over there in Japan. I think these guys underneath start getting ready because I think after anyway, if he beats Nakatani, which I think he will, he's going to 126 because the smoke he got enough viable opponents at 126 where he can try to be great again against some viable guys, and all the champions at 126 got all different styles. You know what I'm saying? You got that tall ass Espinoza that fights, throw punches from this different angles, 6'1". Nick Ball, 5'2", short, compact, you know, difficult to track down because of his size. You got a natural, slick boxer puncher and Shushu Carrington. And you got Leo, who is one of the best body punchers in boxing, can box, got some skills. So you got a diverse of champions at 26 that anyway will get full credit for, he'll get full credit for going up and beating those guys. I don't know. And that shit gonna be tough if you try to run the gauntlet, beat each one. That'd be dope though. Be each champion until he become undisputed. But yeah. So let's see what he do. Nakatani in May, and then he gotta make a debut in featherweight. I mean, New York City for Shushu, that'd be dope. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope. That'd be a fun fight. I think they can do some good numbers. So let's go. Let's get it. Keem in the building. What's good with you, bro? Keem Mitch. Well, salute to you, bro. Shushu became a champion. Now people over at Leo is arguing the best. Oh, I don't know, man. I gotta see the look. It's hard to rank though. I think Espinoza might be the best. Oh well, it's hard, bro. I think these guys. Let me put it like this: Espinoza might be the toughest to beat, trickiest. But I still don't know. These guys got to fight before we can start ranking them, bro. And what better way to do it by throwing them into a little mini tournament? I mean, come on, why not? That'd be dope. But y'all know how boxing is. Um, Ramon Cardenas, he'll be right in line for a world title when they become vacant because he looked good his last fight too, and he was helping Figueroa get ready for Nick Ball. Should be some hell of a sparring. MJ, not sure what's next for him. Gary Antonio, I was hearing stuff about him, but it died down. Sam Goodman is still in the mix. Murata, Santion moved up. Okay, I see it. Angel Barrentes, he got a fight coming up too. I think he's fighting in February. Alan Picasso can come back. Sebastian Hernandez can come back as well. He said that's fair. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, cause Shushu nice. I think Shushu is probably a better fighter than Leo, but I don't know if he'll beat Leo. I'm just being 100. He probably be favorite. Man, they got to fight, man. Brent Fox, what's good with you? Man, I appreciate you coming through, bro. Salute to you. I appreciate the support, man. Salute. Yeah, they got to fight, yo, because, like, I can say who I think going to win, but I don't know who's number one or number two until they fight. And those guys, it's up to them to prove that to me. Like, I think Boost number one at 54, in my opinion, the best fighter. But I don't know if that's a fact until I see it. And that's why I want to see him and Virgil so bad. All right, 118. We got Susumi. He got his title back, and he defended against my guy Nonito Donaire. That was a close fight. He ended up edging that out. Donaire gave him a run for his money for sure. Donaire will be back for was it March 15th? Yeah, March 15th. He's facing number 4, Masuda. That's a dangerous fight for the old man, the old head, the OG. But hey, I mean, I'm not passing judgment on Donaire because he can win any of these fights. Aoka is going down the WBC route. He's going to fight Tacoma anyway, and that's looking like that's going to be on the undercard of the Monster versus Nakatani. So yeah, Yoshi Teke up in there, Michael Angeletti. I like to see him get a unification, eliminator for Angeletti. And the same at number 14, Kasubi. I like him too. They should fight. They on Pro Box, but they might be heading different directions. Far as the champions, so Tacoma, WBC, IBF, you got Jose Salas. He nice. He had a good performance winning that vacant IBF. And then we got Christian Medina, the WBO champion. He's fighting this weekend. He fighting on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So Medina. Then this is another division that can get a nice little jump start because Bear Rodriguez should be on his way. If he can't get undisputed at 15, he going up to 18 to fight these guys. So these guys can position themselves to get a big money fight with Bam. So that's what's up. Speaking of Bam, he got one more title to get unified at 115. I'm not sure if he's gonna get it because the IBF champion got a mandatory, and it's Andrew Maloney. He ain't trying to come off that mandatory. Blunt Sports, what's good with you? I can't believe down there still getting these tough ass fights. Yeah, man, salute to him. Cause I was thinking he was done after those anyway fights, but man, salute to him. He an OG for real. He fighting these young guys. That guy he fighting in March, he got 9 fights and all knockouts. No, 10 fights. He's 9-1, and he got all knockout wins. Blunt Sports, Nick J in the bill. Salute to y'all coming through. I appreciate it. He said, mention you in my video. Oh man, I appreciate that, bro. Salute to you. Yes, sir. I appreciate that. So yeah, we'll see what Bam can get, man. Bam look like he re-signed with Matchroom. He got a nice little bag. They're trying to do San Antonio for him. He deserve it. One of the best fighters in boxing. Man, this is crazy because look, peep game. Willibaldo Garcia is not a big name. He's the IBF champion. He pulled out the fight with Kenshiro in December. So the mandatory is Andrew Maloney, but Andrew Maloney didn't win a final eliminator. So the purse split for Garcia versus Maloney is 85-15. Who's going to accept 15% of anything? And neither one of these guys are big names and big draws. If anything, Andrew Maloney's team can win that purse bid and bring it to Australia, but then they're going to overpay Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Garcia mess around and vacate and go to 118 and say, fuck it. It's not worth it. Like Mickey Bay did back in the day. Um, it makes sense for Andrew Maloney to take step aside, right? Get him a fight on the Bam and Garcia undercard in San Antonio for undisputed. Get him some change. Let him pick his opponent. And then, look, even guarantee him an opportunity at Bam. Because Maloney and Bam got some history. They got a storyline. Maloney fought his brother, Josh Franco, 3 times in a trilogy. They can relive that storyline. I mean, bro, this dude, Andrew Maloney, is basically put himself in a whole different tax bracket by not accepting step aside money. He gonna make he ain't gonna make no more than 100K versus Garcia, and that's a stretch. I really want to say 60K, but I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because that fight nobody want that fight. But with Bam, you can at least negotiate yourself to at least 1.5, 2 million if your manager is nice. I'm just saying. So he just throwing himself out of crazy bread. And he can get money for step aside. I don't know. But he really want to fight for the IBF title. That bad that he'll take 15% of the purse. Nasty work. That's bad. That's what bad business. Bad business. Because it's bad business all the way around. I just described. Man, I appreciate that, bro. Tavon Burns, salute to you. Appreciate it. He want to be champ bad. He's not going to recruit none of the money. That's what I'm saying. You might as well, man, because there's no guarantee that Bam is going to wait for you. Bam is a cash cow at 115, right? He just signed a new deal with Matchroom, so they got to pay their opponents now. If you force that IBF title fight, Bam going to be like, fuck it, I'm going up to 118 to fight better fighters than you. I don't know. I would take that step aside. Some fight for the interim title, just in case Bam. Yeah, fight for the interim. Say if Bam don't come back or don't fight me, I'm interim champ. Whatever, bro. But I don't know. It is what it is. And he mess around, he'll probably lose to Garcia. Won't that be ironic? David Jimenez, he's the interim champion. I've been hearing names for him, but I'm not sure. Maybe he'll run it back with Scrappy. Chocolate Tito, he just had surgery, so I think he had shoulder surgery. He might be out for a minute. Sabu, this dude, Tamoya Sabu, that guy, he got like 4 or 5 fights, and they already pushing him to a world title. He gonna be fighting for a world title soon. Yeah, Jack Turner, he's fighting pretty soon. I think he's fighting this weekend. He's a fun fighter too. So yeah, dudes, man, the business of boxing, it's crazy. All right, 112. Rafael Sandoval, excuse me. Sandoval is a unified champion, WBA, WBC. They reordered, so they gave him a voluntary, him and Galal Yufa. And I guess they couldn't make an extra fight or a voluntary fight, so now they reordered that fight. The WBC reordered it. So Sandoval versus Galal Yufa. Yufa is the WBC interim champion. He's coming off a beatdown against that guy Francisco Rodriguez who tested positive. That was that fight, man. This dude took like 5 fights off his career. He took a lot of punishment. So probably the time off is warranted for him. But look, that fight, if it happens, it's gonna be a fun fight. I would like to see that. Look, this fight makes sense for the undercard of Benavidez and Zerto. I say that because Sandoval, of course, he's Mexican American, but he's with Golden Boy. And I don't think Matchroom would mind giving Yufa that fight because, over there. But I think that would make sense to open up the pay-per-view. And those guys, they're going to bring it. That's going to be an action-packed fight. So we'll see. Yabuki, that's my guy, IBF champion. I want to see him. Look, I ain't going to lie, bro. I want to see Yabuki versus Bam. That's what, man. Because he can't get no unifications at 112. So, if it was up to me, bro, I'd make that fight. It's not all the time. It's not about belts. It's about the fights for me. Like what matchups would make great fights, And I think Yabuki will push Bam, but Bam will probably get him. Anthony Oscar Walker got a fight coming up too. He's been real active and he's been looking real good too. He's gonna fight March the 15th on that Japanese card with Donaire. So that's pretty good. Solid. Renee Santiago, he's unified. Salute to him. He went to Japan twice and captured the title. So man, I'm not sure. He so he probably can get a unification next. He might have to fight the number one guy, Kira. Another one of those up and coming Japanese fighters. Say what y'all want about the Japanese, but one thing you can't say, they don't fuck around with their young fighters. They can have 2 or 3 fights and they be like, yeah, go ahead. You can fight for the world title. They're not playing, they're not holding nobody back. They ain't cherry picking. And on their way up, those guys with 3, 4 fights are fighting guys with a lot of experience. Like that Sabu kid at 115, he fought Carlos Quadras in his like fourth fight. You know what I'm saying? Quadras got like over 50 fights. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't playing no games. But I like Rene Santiago though. I salute him for going over to Japan and getting his belts. The other champions, CP Freshmart, Nyan Strong, he's going to fight. Damn, I said that shit the other day. He's fighting on that card. He's fighting Awata, former champion Awata. He's going to fight him for the WBC. And then Semstri has a IBF title defense against his mandatory Sergio Martinez. Oh no, excuse me, Sergio Mendoza. My bust. That's gonna be a good fight too. So it's a lot of stuff moving and shaking in these lower weight divisions. And then the last one, Oscar Collazo, unified champion, WBA, WBO, Ring Magazine as well. He's going to run it back with Melvin Jerusalem for the WBC. So 3-belt unification. That's the guy he won his first title from. When he won the WBO title, he beat Jerusalem, stopped him to the body. So they're going to run it back in Puerto Rico, looking like March. So y'all stay tuned for that. And then he'll have one more belt to get to become undisputed at 105. I don't think he should leave 105 until he become undisputed. He gotta go through the Philippines to do it because the other champion, Pedro Todoran, IBF, he's probably the tougher of the two. He's strong, can punch. So yeah, that'd be big respect if he can do that this year and then move up to 108, and then we'll see what's up. So that's what it is, man. WBA rankings. If you guys interested, man, y'all tap in. Go to the website. Let me show y'all. I don't know if I can show y'all the website, but I be on here like every day, at least once a day, sometimes twice if I try to get myself together. So yeah, man, it's real easy to work, user friendly. Y'all want to check out the rankings? Boom, they got the women's rankings, all that, men's rankings, the schedule. Tap into the schedule, yo. Like some of these fights don't even be on BoxRec. Like they'll tell you what's happening, even with their world title fights, their regional titles. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, bro. That's how you get the knowledge. They go Olivio. That's why I was mentioning earlier. He's gonna face this guy in Russia. If you really want to be tapped in with this, especially if you do content, you got to find different sources, right, to go to. You know what I'm saying? Of course, listen to your favorite YouTuber. I appreciate it. If everybody tapped in with me, go to these boxing websites, tap in with them. Go to the Sanctioned Body website, see what they got going on. Look at Gary Antoine. Yes, sir. I guess Andy Harako. So they do a lot of stuff. It's untapped energy that people are not really into. And I'm glad I'm one of the ones that's really into it. And I like to share it. So y'all tap in. Look at that. Dominican Republic, Reyes versus Santillan. Okay. I see Santillan moved up to 122, so it makes sense now. I don't know if you guys was tracking this. Shay Connelly facing Danielle Perkins. They fighting at 175. Carissa Shields and Franchon Cruz Dezern fighting at 175. So this is a possible fight for Carissa if she beats Franchon again. Then maybe if Shay Connelly wins, maybe that's another opponent. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we want to see Shadeja for sure, but I'm just throwing it out there. Torres. So yeah, bro, y'all. I'm just this for anybody that's interested. Yo, tap into these websites. Just go, browse and see what you can find. A lot of times they will announce the fights on their website, or they will post pictures on their website before it's actually announced by the promoters. So hey, I always try to come in here at least once a day to see what they got cracking and see if they update anything. Yeah. And another thing too, if you enter the rankings, this for anybody that's interested, they tell you why they did the rankings or why they make their movements, right? So you can go to the movements. Let's go December, right? So they'll tell you, they got a spreadsheet and tell you, I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on one second. I'm gonna open this one up. Hold check. So they got a spreadsheet that actually tells you why they made that movement in the rankings. So I know a lot of people ask me like, man, why they do this? What? I'll be like, because their team good. That's my easy answer. But they'll tell you, right? I don't know if you guys can see this, hopefully. So they'll tell you why guys got moved out the rankings, why they entered the rankings, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. The motions, promotions, so on and so forth. So you like to me, that's I like to know this because I like, I want to be knowledgeable. So if somebody, one of my supporters asks me a question, whether it's on here, Twitter, wherever, I want to make sure I'm giving them the right information. And the shit right there for everybody. That's why we don't need no fake news in boxing. We don't need no make up news or what you want to happen. Because you get all the facts. All the facts is right there. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure everybody's straight with that. Yes, sir. Because like people ask me, bro, like how you be doing so much and all this shit and this that, bro. The only thing that set me apart from a lot of these content creators is I pay attention. I pay attention to the detail more than anybody. That's why. It ain't that I'm so whatever. I'm so tapped in. Well, I am, but I'm just saying. It ain't that I'm doing nothing so outrageous. How much the OTAs getting out of boxing? Man, that's a good question, bro. I think it had a lot to do with Breon because him fighting on that platform got him that, and a lot of the times that shit is due to your promoter. So, like I said, it's a business, so maybe they saw that they out. They was like, you know what, we good, and maybe he's not a top 15. I don't think he a top 15 140 guy anyway. That division too good. But yeah, I think that might be a reason, bro, for real. Hopefully he can get back in a good situations. I feel like Zufa boxing for him. I don't know. Because he probably needs some development, right? So he would probably make sense if Top Rank was up and running to go to Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? But they not. So he might have to go somewhere where he gonna get showcased and get promoted, and that's Zufa. Zufa did a whole what? They do a whole little mini documentary on each fighter before they fight. That shit dope. These guys ain't getting that. Oh yeah, I did. Somebody told me that shit yesterday that he's still in pro box. That's crazy. Somebody told me that. I forgot who. I think it was Watson Production. Yeah, I heard that, bro. I ain't really dig into it, but yeah, I heard. So that's what it is, man. Salute to everybody coming through the building. Um, we might be back tonight. We're gonna do the WBO rankings, and then we got the WBC tomorrow. So y'all know how we get down with these rankings, and hopefully you guys got some up out of this. I appreciate it. Salute to everybody that came through the building. Drop comments, like the video, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and we'll be back. Doing more covering this boxing, making sure everybody is straight with this knowledge. Once again, salute to everybody coming through. That's my time, and I'm out.